It's been a huge week for the stock market. Let's bring in Nick Santiago of In the Money Stocks. And Nick, what do you think the Fed is really telling us with this latest move and this plan for 7 hikes this year?
Well, it just tells us that the Federal Reserve is behind the curve. I mean, they basically have come out and said that they're going to raise a quarter point every single meeting, and which is 7. So in 2022. So they're just telling you they're behind the curve. They need to catch up more closely to the 2-year Treasury. When we get to the 2-year Treasury note, then the Fed will have completed its job. But right now, they're still way, way behind the curve. And I think Powell made that pretty clear, although, he doesn't like to sound too hawkish. Overall, he's basically telling you he's way behind the curve at this stage of the game.
Are there any warning signals coming from the bond market about the economy or anything else that's happening right now?
Not really yet, but I think you have to really be careful if we start to get a flattening of the yield curve. 2s and 10s, you have to watch that very closely. Also 5s and 30s, you have to watch that very closely. Eventually, I believe, the yield could invert. And if it does, and it does that for any prolonged period, that usually will lead to a recession. So it's been a great indicator. So we're watching that very closely. But that hasn't happened yet. So, market lives to fight another day, so to speak.
What's your trade of the day, Nick?
My trade of the day today is going to be Kimberly-Clark. The ticker symbol there is KMB. They're a consumer goods maker. The stock has had a really, really good pullback. I love this area around the 120 level. I own the stock. Kimberly-Clark is my trade of the day.
Always a pleasure, Nick. Have a great weekend.
Thank you for having me.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.